But I was saying, I am nervous in the radio station though.
Yeah, because it's proper.
Yeah, because it's very fast.
Oh.
They don't tell you this. Fun fact. I'll add it in this. So when you're on a radio station, the radio jockey is so well versed with all of the miking and all of everything, so he'll just go. Yeah, so I was asking you what is happening, and then you were telling me, and then that was happening, and I just can't keep track.
Oh my God.
It's very
Very tough.
Gosh.
It's extra tough.
Note for my future self. Don't give an interview.
Okay, so hello ladies, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Very good.
Very good. Hi Himangi, hi Zoha.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everything going? Good. So what we wanted to discuss today, we want to discuss a few things. So first, we wanted to go through so in our experience as psychologists, Himangi and myself, we tend to meet a lot of people who believe that therapy is a cure. So you come in, like it's like going to the doctor's office, you get a prescription, and then your headache goes away or your cold and flu goes away. And in Zoha's experience, she's also noticed that people take it for granted that, I'm doing the work at the place, at the center, so why am I not, for lack of a better word, in quotes, fixed? So we want to discuss about how that's not how it works.
Yeah.
And fixing is not what happens.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to share was from Himangi's perspective. So you've had a few consultations and counseling in the past where people have come to you and go like, I come here every week.
Yeah.
I come here once a week. I speak to you twice a month or whatever. And why am I not solved as a person?
Yeah.
What's your take on it?
I think also when people come for therapy first, they always say, how can you cure me? Like, what will you do?
Right.
How can you fix me? And I'm like, wait, relax. Because they come in for cure and fixing. Yes, we do that. But it's also very 50-50. So they have to put in a lot of the work outside of a therapy session also. They have to, so for instance, CBT. You've done CBT, right?
CBT,
So
yeah.
CBT, you have to do a lot of the work. So if your therapist says, okay, do journaling, you have to go home and journal.
Oh yeah,
every
the
day.
negative thoughts. You write down your negative thought and then you put in the actionable positive comment right next to it.
Exactly. And change your thought process every time you're in a difficult situation. So many people don't consider that. And they just say that, okay, fine, this 1 hour session has to fix me for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
Yeah, exactly. And I think one of the main problems we see in that is there's an assumption that all disorders or medical illnesses have a cure.
Yeah.
For lack of better understanding, most things in the world do not have a cure.
Yeah.
You have symptom management, you have remissions, you have alleviation of pain. You do not have cure as such. You don't give someone antidepressant and go like, you know what? You're good.
You're good.
You don't have depression. Yay!
You'll never come back.
You'll never come back. You're okay. I have done my job. You have done yours. You can pay leave. But that's not how it is. And I think that understanding goes a long way. And I like the word 50-50.
Yeah.
The therapeutic 50-50.
Yes.
Not the other 50-50.
Yes.
So, Zoha, in your opinion, why is it that people think that once they come to you, they're fine?
I think they come with that mindset that, there's like a stereotype of therapy maybe, or the way that media is portraying CBT or psychologists in general. A lot of people think, oh, I'll come to you and, all my problems will be solved. But I kind of see it as like we're giving them like a Google Map pin, for example.
Yeah.
But we can't, tell them to come here. They have to do the driving bit. Like you have to get there. Like we give them the map. They have to drive the car.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you have to meet halfway and they have to come into that session knowing that, it's not going to be one-sided. You have to put in as much work and willing to put in that much work as much as the therapist will be working with you.
That's a great analogy, by the way, the drive the car part. Right?
Yeah.
We give you the map, you're the navigator, right? So
Yeah,
that's actually a fantastic analogy for that situation. My main question to either of you is, what is the work that they have to do by themselves?
So, in my experience, like for example, if someone is coming with anxiety, for example, you give them tools to help them with their anxious thoughts or negative thoughts, or when they spiral or when they have an anxiety attack. But again, they have to kind of do the work
Okay.
by themselves.
What is that work? So, for example, I've had sessions with, so I like to work predominantly with teenagers when it comes to counseling because they're in that position. And that's also, I would call my expertise at this point after all these years. And what I understand is they ask those questions.
Yeah.
They ask those questions because they have that cerebral understanding that I cannot just come here and work with you and then go back and not do anything. So they ask the question, okay, what do I do at home? What's my homework?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That homework, how does it look like? Does it vary? Does it look different for each person?
Definitely, definitely. So if you take, for example, CBT for someone, again, my example is anxious thoughts. Like, for example, journaling would help them. But someone who is going through a depressive state of mind, journaling may not help them.
Yeah.
So it differs from their symptoms, differs from their thoughts, differs from what they want to work on, certain kind of patterns in their life that they want to work on. So it differs
From person to person.
Person to person.
So it looks like for some people, it might be setting a new routine, following journaling, working on your negative thoughts. But for someone else, it might look like
Creating
something else.
boundaries with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So how do we explain it to our clients when they come in? How do we put it forward? Because even in our center, we face similar problems. Even when they come for their trainings and they come for their work, they're putting in the work at the place.
Yeah.
When they go away, something happens. You know, sometimes they go for a vacation, they come back, it's gone.
That's all
Yeah.
A lot of the work is gone.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So what do we do then?
Yeah. That's happened a lot. And I think it's, again, like once they've enrolled in these programs, they need to understand that it's not like, okay, go through that door and buy and everything will be fine when he comes out the door again. You know, they have to understand that once they are out of their session, you need to continue and maintain the pace of what we're doing. So if we're like setting boundaries, or if we're asking them to do more like reading, or, you know, get them something to help with like their logical skills, so maybe get them some Lego puzzles, and maybe some parents will like nod along like, yeah, but they never do. As their skills are building, they don't have a place to apply them in that sense, be it at home or in school. So we need to take into consideration talking to the parents or the school or other places they're going to. So we're all on board and we can help them in their journey, basically.
Correct.
And also, I think coming to our center, I think we can also incorporate like playing games. Like sometimes we play chess and something that can work our brain.
So basically, not to keep an idle mind.
Yeah. Just
Right?
keep doing
So
something.
you say, even if you're working on enhancing your cognitive learning skills, or even if you're working on your emotional behavioral aspects, it's always about the work that comes after.
Yeah.
It's not the work what's happening at the centers and the clinics is that you're getting the tools.
Yeah.
You're being polished. You're being basically you're being given wisdom and knowledge that you then have to go around and apply.
Yeah.
So that application, that translation of application is what we're working on. So if this is knowledge and intelligence, same idea. Same idea. So if it's knowledge and emotions, knowledge and behavior, that gap in the middle, that bridge.
Yes.
That bridge of automation that we need, that's what we need to work on.
Or
I think also the best example that you used to give, I remember,
what?
the gym, working out in a
I
gym.
was
So
gonna say the gym.
if you're working out in a gym, you're doing the workout for that 1 hour, but how do you maintain it? By eating healthy food and
sleep better.
Drink more water,
Correct.
take care of yourself. So I think I just keep using that analogy everywhere.
Because even a doctor said, like even an MD doctor, so when I went to the GP, my gynac, in fact, she went like, great, you're going for workouts, so what about everything else?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, what do you mean everything else? I go to the gym. So what about everything else? And I was like, okay, fine, I get you, I understand. And then she actually made me understand through psychology. She's like, if
Yeah.
you come for a psych session, is it okay?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. These are so many things that you're throwing at me
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
You know, so I get that.
Yeah,
I get where that comes from, and I think the misunderstanding comes from just the lack of education,
Yeah.
lack of awareness
Yeah.
about these kinds of things, because people don't even know what is available for them.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Like, we know what types of therapies there are, what types of trainings there are, what brain development things you can do,
Yeah.
but a lot of people don't know these differences, right? And I'm swiftly moving into the
Second
Yeah.
part.
second part.
I see it. I see it.
So we're just
Very
going
smooth.
in, very smooth.